Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Reeve, and today I will be telling you about the sinus infections and what kind of remedy there is to help with relief. Did you know sinus infections impact about 30 million people every year in the US alone? With symptoms like congestion, headaches, and facial pain, sinus infections can make daily life miserable. What are the most effective ways to alleviate these symptoms and prevent future infections? How can you take control of your sinus health and enjoy a better quality of life? Sinus infections are like the uninvited guest that just won't leave. They are these little pockets in your skull that help filter and humidify the air you breathe. But when they get inflamed, it feels like a traffic jam in your face. Most sinus issues start with a virus. Think of the common cold that decides to settle in and throw a party in your sinuses. But bacteria and even fungi can crash into the sinus too, especially if it is already infected or inflamed. Now, what stirs up the trouble? Well, a lingering cold can do it, puffing up those nasal passages and making it a prime spot for bacteria to move in. Allergies are big agitators too. Pollen, dust, and pet dander can stir up inflammation. And let's not forget about nasal polyps and faulty nasal structures, like a deviated septum, which can put a bend in the road of your nasal highways, making it hard for your sinuses to clear out. And by the way, you are more vulnerable to these infections if your immune system is not functioning as it should, for example, because of medications that suppress it or a medical condition that impairs it. You may wonder, what are the symptoms? You may experience facial pain and pressure, a runny or stuffed up nose that makes you sound like you are holding your nose when you speak, a loss of taste and smell, making your favorite meals look trash to you, increased nighttime coughing that wakes you up just when you want to go to sleep, and general exhaustion. And if the infection is throwing a big bash, you might even run a fever. Dealing with this? If it's a viral infection, it's all about riding it out. Comfort is key. Think of over-the-counter remedies to reduce the symptoms, have lots of fluids, and maybe watch your favorite show as you rest. If bacteria have attacked, antibiotics might be needed to help clear them out. And for those rare fungal infections, you're looking at stronger meds, or sometimes even surgery. And for a bit of DIY relief, hydration is your best friend. Saline sprays or rinses can be like your own personal bouncer, helping to clear out the troublemakers. Keeping your air clean and allergen-free is also a smart move. Think of it as not giving those sinus problems an invitation in the first place. Drinking lots of water, herbal teas, or even cozying up with some warm soup helps thin out that stubborn mucus. It's pretty much like giving your inner plumbing a good flush. Now use a steamer or simply inhale from a bowl of hot water. Breathing in steam from a hot bath or a steamy shower can open up those stuffy nasal passages, much like steam lifts the lid off a pot of boiling water. It's very soothing and helps reduce inflammation. If you're into DIY remedies, a saltwater nasal rinse is like your homemade magic potion. It washes away congestion and eases irritation, making it a must-try for anyone feeling blocked up. And when your face feels like it's hosting its pressure cooker show, a warm compress can be your best audience. It eases the ache and can turn down the dial on those pesky sinus headaches. Using a humidifier also plays a key part by adding moisture to the air, especially during those dry, uncomfortable months, making your sinuses less likely to turn into a dry, crusty desert. Sleep is like the unsung hero of health. Getting enough rest is crucial. It lets your body heal and recover, so don't cut back on sleep. Hand washing is not just a suggestion, it's a lifestyle. It's your simple yet effective armor against the germ villains that cause all the trouble. Know your triggers, whether it's pollen during spring or dust in your attic. Keeping these at bay can be as important as a mask during COVID-19 times. Keeping windows closed when pollen counts are high and using an air purifier can help keep your indoor air clean and clear. If you have allergies, sticking to your medications is no longer optional. And remember, smoke is the antigen you want to avoid. It irritates your sinuses and can make everything worse. So, keeping away from cigarettes and avoiding secondhand smoke is crucial. Vaccinations are like the secret weapons in your arsenal. Keeping up with shots, like the flu vaccine, can help ward off the respiratory infections that lead to sinusitis. If things don't improve and you feel like you're just floating around, seeing a doctor might be your next best move. They might use a tiny camera to explore the cavities of your sinuses, helping to figure out exactly what's blocking your respiratory pathway. For those stubborn cases where you feel breathlessness or dyspnea, balloon sinuplasty might be the knight in shining armor you need. This procedure involves using a tiny balloon to gently expand your sinuses, which helps promote drainage and gets you back to feeling like royalty quickly. Surgery might be necessary to remove blockages and relieve you permanently, keeping your home free from irritants and using air purifiers. Good diet choices also wield power. Foods rich in omega-3s and antioxidants can help reduce the inflammation. And remember, don't let the stress monster pile up. Techniques like yoga, meditation, or simply taking deep breaths can help keep your mental and physical health in check, improving your overall sinus health. Sinus congestion isn't just a nuisance. It can lead to some serious issues if you ignore it. Let's break it down so you can stay on top of things. If you let sinus congestion hang around too long, it can turn into chronic sinusitis. This means longer-term treatment and keeping an eye on it to manage the symptoms. Worse, the infection can spread to areas around your eyes, causing redness, swelling, and even messing with your vision. Things can get even more serious if the infection spreads to your brain and spinal cord, leading to meningitis. This is pretty scary stuff, with symptoms like severe headaches, a stiff neck, and being hypersensitive to light. So, if your sinus congestion comes with these red flags, it's a straight dash to the doctor, no time to play around. Sometimes, the infection can even get into the bones of your face. This is particularly true for the frontal bones. When it gets this intense, you might need medical treatment or even surgery. And if mucus builds up and starts causing major pain, that could also mean surgery to get things cleared out. Now, not everyone wants to go straight for the typical meds, and some people try other routes for sinus relief. Acupuncture, for instance, where they stick super thin needles into specific points on your body, aims to relieve pressure and pain. Then there are herbs, like eucalyptus, peppermint, and ginger. You can use them in teas, inhalations, or even as supplements. Some people turn to homeopathy, although it's a hot topic with doctors, and not everyone is convinced about its effectiveness. And then there are essential oils, like eucalyptus, tea tree, and lavender are the big guns here. You can use them in a diffuser or apply them gently to your skin. They can help clear up congestion and make you feel like you're breathing in a forest instead of a stuffy room. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed watching this video, then hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell icon so you always stay updated about more health tips and information. See you at the next one.